What is up, guys? This is Mr. Sports Freak 56 coming at you with a new Notre Dame video. And this week it is Umass. It is a Umass recap. Notre Dame versus Umass in South Bend, Indiana. And Notre Dame came out victorious, improving to 4-0 with a 62-27 win over Umass. But wait, to some fans, it wasn't good enough. So, one of the complaints is Notre Dame's defense didn't do so well. They allowed 27 points to UMass. Woe is me. I'm not talking about the band. Very good band, though. If you haven't heard of them, check them out. But yes, people are complaining about the defense. Once again, people are complaining about the defense. It's always something. It is always a complaint among some Irish fans. Always. The defense didn't do that good. The offense didn't do that good. We could have done this better. We could have done that better. But we won the game, so I don't know why I'm complaining about this. But yes, the complaint is that Notre Dame's defense didn't play as well as they should have. Allowing, 21 points, I think it was, in the first half. But we made the adjustment. And that's my point. We made the adjustment in this game. And then we took over the game. UMass came into this game wanting to beat us. Of course, everybody comes into their games wanting to beat us. But everybody wants to beat Notre Dame. They want to put that feather in their cap, saying, we beat Notre Dame. And not only did we beat Notre Dame, we beat them in South Bend. We beat Notre Dame. And people complain. Notre Dame and UMass have a long history. We've never played one another, amazingly. Both programs have been around for 100 plus years, and they've never played each other. Never. This was the first time UMass and Notre Dame ever played each other. So wouldn't you want to play as hard as you could? Wouldn't you want to beat Notre Dame? And everybody does. Like I said, everybody wants that feather in their cap. They want to say they beat Notre Dame. You know, I remember Oklahoma fans. Nothing against you, Oklahoma fans. I'm not taking anything away from you. I'm not dogging you. I'm just using an example. But I remember seeing on the boards, message boards, and social media a few years ago, Oklahoma fans were so proud. They beat Notre Dame and they beat Alabama one year. And, I think it was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. They beat Notre Dame in the regular season, and then they beat Alabama in the Sugar Bowl. It's a bragging thing. You want to beat Notre Dame. Notre Dame's one of those teams that if you can beat them, it helps your cause. Look at Utah right now. Utah beat Michigan. Right now, people are saying Utah is a playoff team. Why? Because they beat Michigan. They beat a team that they weren't expected to beat, and that's awesome and amazing and fantastic, and that's how you get into the playoffs, by doing things like that. UMass didn't have a shot at getting into the playoffs. They were 0-2 coming into this game. But it would have made them look a lot better had they beaten us. Now they didn't, and people complain that we didn't do as well as we could have against UMass. But I'm not worried about it. Because if you make the necessary adjustments to me, which we did, and then we only allowed a touchdown from them, against them, whatever, in the second half, fine. We made the adjustments against Georgia Tech, we beat Georgia Tech. We made the adjustments against UMass, we beat UMass. That's what good teams do. You make adjustments. Teams are going to come out with a different plan than you probably prepared for. And it's going to confuse you, and it's going to shock you, and that's why you make adjustments. And the complaints shouldn't be complaints. Because for a team like Notre Dame, for the things that we've been through thus far, and being 4-0, why is there a complaint? We're 4-0. we've put up at least 30 points every game thus far with a banged-up offense. And the thing that impressed me the most in this game is our third stringers were tearing it up against UMass. Now it's UMass. I know. People are like, oh, well, it's UMass. They've only been in Division I AAA for a few years. And of course you should be doing that against them. No. UMass is a very well-coached football team. Brian Kelly even said that. He gave UMass credit. Now, Brian Kelly is from Massachusetts, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. But he did say that. And I think it was Icon or Inside Notre Dame Football or whatever it is on Notre Dame's YouTube channel. I watch all of them. He said, we got to be careful with UMass. A lot of people think this is an easy victory and an easy walk, and we can beat them handily. But, I'm kind of worried. They're a good football team. They got a good quarterback. And he's right. UMass was an excellent, and is an excellent coached football team. In the last 5 years, they've won a national title. I mean, it's hard to do it on any level. I don't care if you're one quadruple A or whatever it is, 5A. If you win a national title, you're still the best of the best of the best in that division, in that tier, however you want to call it. So I knew UMass could give us trouble, and they did. They played really well at first against us. And we did struggle. But good teams find ways to win, and we did. And I'm proud. And I'm very proud of Deshaun Kaiser. Fantastic game. As ND Sean 45 said, another game for him to get his feet wet and to continue to grow. And he did. CJ Prosise totally impressed me. Another 100-plus yard rushing performance from Prosise. 149 yards. Just missed the 150. But he's never played running back before. He is a first-time running back this season. First he started off as cornerback. Then he was a wide receiver, and now he's a running back. And we were concerned. Were we not concerned, Notre Dame fans? We were concerned when Prosise had to step into that role. When we lost our starting running back. And what has Prosise done? More than enough. Him and Will Fuller have done more than enough, both in Heisman talks right now. So I am so happy. I am so proud. We're 4-0. We're going into Death Valley. That's another video, but we're going into Death Valley against Clemson. And it will be our toughest game yet, in my opinion. You're in Death Valley. You're against Clemson. It is a hard place to beat people. I'm not going to say much more about it. But I believe in this football team. This football team has proven a lot. A lot. And I hope the college football voters, I hope the playoff committee is paying attention. Because look at what Notre Dame has done thus far. No starting quarterback. No starting running back. No starting tight end. A missing left tackle or guard on our offensive line. And we're winning football games. And not only are we winning, we're beating people up. We're pushing people around. We pushed Texas around. We eked out a win against Virginia. Virginia was excellent. We pushed around Georgia Tech. The score didn't show how good of a game that really was for us, how dominant we were. And we pushed around UMass. What more can we ask for right now? Well, we could ask for not having Malik Zaire injured and whatnot, but you know what I mean. So I was impressed. And our return game, our special teams unit is fantastic this year. TJ Sanders, a punt return for a touchdown. Granted, it was only half field, 50 yards, but still, you got to make those good moves. You got to get in there, and he got in there. He scored a touchdown. What has been the biggest problem with Notre Dame's team for years, the complaint, the number one complaint, was we never had a good return game, whether it be kick returns, whether it be punt returns. And now we do, and it makes us that more dangerous. Because when you play teams like Clemson, you're going to need that. You're going to need to make those plays. And we did. We did. And I'm ecstatic. We're 4-0 going into the Clemson game. We've beaten the teams we needed to beat. And so far, I don't have much complaints. I know some people do, as I say, and as I sound like a broken record. There are some people that have complaints, but I don't. I really don't. I'm impressed with Kaiser. I'm impressed with our starting offense. I'm impressed with Brian Kelly. I'm impressed with Bean Gorder. Our defense is still making really good plays. At times we look lost and confused. The trick plays are really what's getting us. We got those trick plays. I know some people, it's high school, 11,000. We shouldn't be falling for it. But when you're not expecting it, that's why it's called a trick play, because it tricks you. Boise State beat Oklahoma on a trick play. So yeah, we got to defend it a little better. I mean, the flea flicker killed us. I mean, it's killing us. It killed us against Virginia. It killed us against Umass. But we're now 4 weeks in, so hopefully things are starting to click, and hopefully things are changing a little bit, and we're making the necessary adjustments. And that's all we can do. That's all we can do. But we're on to Clemson. The defense needs a little more work, but we'll get there. The offense is what's really impressed me. The biggest thing that's impressed me is the offense. Making the plays we're making. Chris Brown making good plays. Torrey Hunter Jr. making good plays. Will Fuller continuing to be amazing. Didn't hit the century mark this past week, but still had a touchdown. Procise continuing to be dominant in the running game. And like I said, for an offense that's missing a bunch of starters in key positions, and we're still putting up 30 points a game, it's amazing. Could you imagine if we had everybody healthy? Wow. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, smash that like button down below. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. God bless. And go Irish!